Welcome back to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on Fatopia Studios.
I like that.
I do too.
I was sitting in different places in here earlier to try to get a idea. So, I know that this is like currently the designated Fatopia Studios, but I was thinking you have all that empty space over there.
Well, that space, actually that wall right there,
Mhm.
I'm putting up a big rod,
Okay.
and it's gonna be that's gonna be the photo shoot area that was designated forever ago.
Mhm.
But we can, this space is we can change this space. Like we can have it set up any way we want.
Yeah, I was just one of the things I was thinking. One of the things I really want to do is I want to buy a table to be our broadcast table that I have holes and channels dug into and stuff for all
we
the
can drill
cords
them
and
out and stuff,
everything,
yeah.
right? So that we don't have all of this mess on top of the table, and it would be something that we have set up semi-permanent here that we take with us when we do remotes and stuff.
I'm sure we could find one of those off of Craigslist. A wood one that maybe Callie guy could drill us holes. Would that work? Something
I
like
already
that?
know where to get one.
Oh, you already know what you're looking at. Okay.
See, that's
I'm gonna
why
let
we
the.
need.
That's
That's
why.
why we need money.
That's right. We do need money.
Just telling you, I'm a genius.
I like your idea.
I do too. I've just gotta. I want to read more about it and put the pieces in my head together. But I like the idea.
Yeah, I think just if we did it and put out a press release just to the local, we could get enough press on it to market it.
Right.
Yeah.
We just got to put all the stuff
And
together.
not only we would get super press for our awesome radio show.
That's true.
Well, and I am in a position where I could get us interviewed on a few morning shows and
There
whatnot.
we go.
For it. So
Right? Look at you.
Right.
Look at you.
So we'd see. We'll see.
All right. Yeah. Let's. I'm all about.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm all about research. We'll have to let Toxie know.
I was thinking about doing it for a business for myself, but I'd rather share it with you guys and
share the work and share the wealth.
Share the work and share the wealth.
Yeah, there we go.
And I'm overwhelmed, and I know that, and I know that I can't do everything by myself. So
there you go.
So I was like, I think it would be a good way to market our show and raise money for our show.
I agree.
I love the idea. It's like
I just want to research a little and then.
Well, the thing is that I do events, so I know how they work.
Right.
Yeah.
And in my mind, even like if I go to and I'm sure you do this when you bake a cake. If I make a piece of clothing, I build it in my head first. And so when I think about this event, I try to build it. Well, I just gotta jump on and build it in my head, and then I'm good to go.
Yeah, I've already got. I'm a logistics person, so I'm already looking in my head. I'm already like, well, if we have a place where we can't
I want to
do exactly what it is we want to do, I know what we could do to make it do what we want it to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah. I mean, we could even do it here, to be honest. I mean, it's so.
Well, yeah, but I think when you're inviting people in that situation to meet people they don't know, we need to be in a public place.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Well, a lot of people rent houses for private events.
They do. You're absolutely right about that.
This house is big enough to, set up little independent. Because I don't see it being a huge event. It needs to be intimate and private.
10, 15.
Couples.
Well, it would be
right. No, I would say no more than 20.
No,
couples.
I think where you suggested is a a great idea. That should be our first try.
My first thought is nowhere with steps.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And
they have
and there has to be a staging area. That's
because I've been in there. I know how their kitchen, they have a good kitchen.
They do have a very good kitchen. I've cooked in that kitchen.
Yeah, and now everybody's like they're vague talking. Yeah. And
just wait, you guys will all want to jump on this bandwagon if we get it together. So
you're gonna come to Vegas just to get in our bandwagon,
right?
They want in our bandwagon.
Choo choo, bitches.
Choo choo.
Bandwagon.
Hop on the train and ride it.
So BBW Con. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You're in crackdown mode right now, aren't you?
Seriously, I think we need if you need us to have a blitz day.
Away.
If we need a blitz day, you tell me because I know a handful of people we can all get over here and be a blitzer.
I get stressed every time I even think of it.
I know.
Yeah, no, BBW Con 2.5 months away. I have so much to do. I haven't even set up. I have to get stage lighting, a stage background, curtains and stuff for the stage. I need the We still are working on
See, this is what you
sponsors.
need to do. This is what I want you to do. I'm gonna take this bull by the horn, okay? We're gonna pick a day. You tell me a day, okay? Then all I want you to do is write down everything. You know, we need to call all these vendors and find these kind of curtains, okay? That's a list. Get a postcard.
Well, it has to be like.
And then that person.
I need a props company.
Okay, see, this is the stuff you can get all of us helpers to make these calls and at least get prices and ideas, and then turn the information over. You narrow it down to one or two, and then you can make the final calls.
Right.
But you can have the troop of us do all the initial. All you got to do is outline everything that you need done. I need prices on all of this. That's assigned to this girl. Get on the phone and call every company in Vegas and get prices on this. The next person this, and let's at least get it narrowed down to where it can be manageable for you.
Right. No, that would be great.
Okay, we're going to talk about that after the show. And
I would say next Saturday, but there's the
gay
rodeo.
Rodeo.
Weekdays are hard for me, but
Speaking of which.
Well, let's figure it out, because I know and I can think of some people in my head, and I know you got some friends, and we can call a little group together and do a blitz day. During the week is probably better, because that's when all the businesses are working.
Right.
Phones are going. So if you could break down one day during the week.
Maybe Thursday of next week. Is that too soon?
No, we just have to find who we'll have to talk about and wrangle a few people, and you get your list, and then we'll just come over and do it. I have to do it during the day. I'm good Thursday. I have something I have to do Thursday night.
Because I'm busy tomorrow. I'm busy Wednesday.
Tuesday we're shooting.
So I'm busy Wednesday morning, and so to Thursday I don't have anything yet.
Or Wednesday afternoon.
Actually, no, I take it back. Thursday I have something to do.
Okay, well, you figure it out, and I think
maybe
that
Friday.
Make your list, yeah, and then we can do all of the pre-lib work and let you make the final decisions. But there's no sense why we can't have a little telemarketing time right here at the Desiree house.
Right.
Okay, no reason why we can't. So
yeah.
There we go.
We need lots of telemarketing.
Well, let's do it. I mean, you set us on what you need, and
so
we can
overwhelmed.
do it. Well,
it's insane.
You know, I'm available during the day. I think Jezebel, she might be able to come over and help out a little bit.
Well, I knew that I wanted to work with you, but you've been going through all your stuff.
I know, but no, we need us to all be in the same room, and we need to all just be like, here's what we need to do.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like
Jezebel's gonna start traveling. So
I'm like a telemarketing girl.
I know, that's why I wanted to work with you,
honey. I know, but that's what I'm like. I ran phone rooms. That's why I'm saying let's get everybody together, give them a job, and get on it, and we can have it all. We can have all the prelims done in one day.
That would be awesome.
We could. I'm sorry. I've had lousy health problems lately, and.
Well, I understand. Trust me. But that 11 days that, took me out, like, really made a big difference.
Yeah, that's
like,
huge. Yeah,
and I was down before I went into the hospital, so.
I think I'm leaving for LA on the 14th. I'll be gone for 4 or 5 days. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to LA. They're hollering for me, but I'm a hooker on wheels now.
Well, how about you tell your people in LA that I'm back in business.
I can do that.
And all your other people.
I can, but I ain't letting you take my business.
Well, I have a different kind of business.
I know. It's totally different. You do a lot of fetish.
More fetish stuff.
Right, and more dom. See, I totally can't do the dom thing. So when I do get those requests, I do farm those out because I'm just not that. I'm the more nurturing. I do a lot of the mommy son stuff. So.
But yeah, we're totally different. Like for me, like when I was big into the escorting and stuff like that, because I know, for one, nobody's gonna take anybody's business. That's the one big falsehood in escorting is that
they either want you or they don't.
Well, not only that, but they want something different all the time. They don't always want to eat from the same plate,
especially here in Vegas.
And people I used to constantly send my guys to other girls because I know that they like a variety.
Right. I've done that too.
And they will always come back to me. Always, always, always. It's guaranteed.
Right.
If you're good to them and you get them what they want, they will always come back to you. I don't worry about anybody stealing my business because, for one, they are gonna see other people anyways.
Right. No, and I was kidding when I said that, but
no, but it's the truth though.
Well, and I happen to feel like some of the gentlemen that see us, you're right, they're looking for something unique, but you know, they go through the ads and they either want your style or they don't.
Right.
I
No,
mean,
absolutely.
you know, when you look at your body type and look and my body type and look, it's totally different.
Oh, and I'm about to be platinum blonde again.
You know, so it's totally different. So they either want to see your style or they want to see your style.
Right.
So it's just how it is.
Vendetta wants to know if you need music for BBW Con.
I do actually.
Well, Vendetta, you know how to get a hold of her.
Yeah, email me at Desiree@bbwcon.com, and that would be great. We also need an intro for our show, don't we?
Yeah, we would like something that does not mention names or specific jobs. Just talks about the show.
I think a fun little ditty would be fun, like come on down to the bone, bone, dun, dun, dun. Like, because we're kind of hillbilly-esque. I don't know.
I'm
so when I
open to
think of us, I
anything.
think of hillbillies.
Do you really?
I really do.
I'm really
know
open
why.
to anything. I
See,
really
I've
want to go
never-
spend like $40 on Fiverr and just have a bunch of different people do a bunch of different things, and then pick from that.
and then
This is
use
why we
them.
need money.
Yeah.
Use them for whatever.
No, I think that's a good idea. Actually, pick up a bunch of
because
people from Fiverr.
I've thought of everything because I've been racking my brain about it, and I have a whole file on my Google Drive where I keep all my ideas and stuff like this, and so everything from sweeping epic like saga openings to hillbilly like howdy doody
Wait,
intros.
I want to go back to this
We
hillbilly.
ha-
Why do you think we're hillbilly? Because I
We are
never
some
think
redneck
of us.
We are.
motherfuckers.
I don't
Toxie is the only one who does not have some redneck
And
shit.
even she has a little bit of ding 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 ding.
That's true. Her dad is
I don't. When I say hillbilly, I don't mean like toothless. Like I just kind of think of like the Beverly Hillbillies, like a little bit like we're definitely.
She's
an
grandma,
eclectic
right?
Oh, I hate you.
I didn't say.
with a rocking chair.
I think
On
we're.
wheels, girl. Caesar's Palace, parked out down the hallway. Not an issue. Back on it and out. I'm telling you.
I
Best thing I ever did.
just like our hillbilly prom or our hillbilly hoedown.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hoedown.
That's what I envision us. I think it's perfect. I think that we should all have beer cans, crawling behind our car.
We need to start saving whiskey bottles and beer cans for our table.
fuck.
For our table. Oh, you should have saved all them alcohol bottles from your party.
Many. Oh my god, I had so many.
We need them for the table.
Where are they now?
I
centerpieces.
know they're, and I'm sure they're in the garbage. It's about to be taken out in the morning.
Well, so have somebody pull out all those bottles.
Yeah, we need them for our centerpieces for our hoedown.
There's not a lot of like beer bottles or anything. It's all alcohol bottles.
That's
like
even
has to
better. Because we
vodka
just want to put
and-
some weeds in it.
Yeah, we just take all the labels
Okay.
off. We'll get some. It
I'll
doesn't
soak 'em,
cost
yeah.
anything to print up some of our own
We
labels.
should hit
to
up
put on
every
'em.
single Lee's discount liquor and see if they have empty bottles.
Well, why would
We
Lee's
should.
have empty
They
bottles?
do tastings all the time.
They
Oh,
do
do they?
tastings all
Oh,
the time,
okay.
and sometimes the caps leak.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
so
and
they
they got
have
to
to
dump
empty
them.
'em.
Even wine bottles. We should check
Yeah,
that.
Every
anything.
single Lee's liquor store.
And bars.
And anybody that recycles.
Anybody know somebody who owns a bar? That would be a really one to
Red
go.
Label.
Well, you know, you got the connection there.
Oh, yeah, I'll hook it up.
There
Yeah.
you go. And then
Shit, one night of them, while we have all the bottles we need.
Right, I'll hook it up. I'll make a call now, actually. I'm that bitch. I get shit done.
I need empty whiskey bottles. And he'd be like, "How many do you need?"
And then we're gonna we got to put weeds in
It's 9 o'clock. He's awake.
it. Hillbilly hoedown.
Our hillbilly hoedown. And I got the flyer's gonna be done in a couple days.
I gotta find something cute to wear.
I'm
for a
excited for you
hoedown.
guys to see it.
I gotta go get some jeans so
Alright,
I
the
can
model
cut them off at the booty.
the
I'm
model
doing
for it
booty
is-
shorts.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
I'm doing Daisy Dukes.
That's the theme on the.
Are you gonna
the
put like the
flyer.
little like the handkerchief material ruffle around him?
No,
around
I'm
the
gonna
edge?
fray them like Daisy's Dukes
okay,
were.
Okay. Well, then the ones from like with the Dukes of Hazzard, she had the little
Now I'm
The
gonna
little
fray
ruffle
them.
on it.
Scoot over a little bit so King can pull up a chair.
Oh,
well,
he can come sit
right
over
there,
here.
right there.
Oh.
Chair right there.
It's a chair and a microphone.
I forgot that about this chair that was right here next to me.
So
Come
yeah,
on
so
up.
I haven't decided. I have to decide what I want to wear for the hillbilly hoedown.
I'm gonna do Daisy Dukes, and I'm gonna find a plaid shirt that I can
tie up.
Just let my gut all hang out, and
there you go. Redneck.
I want to get some Billy Bob teeth.
Redneck.
Oh, I can't wait to get my Billy Bob teeth.
We need Billy Bob teeth all over the tables.
My headphones are really loud. Are any?
Yeah, mine too.
Super
mine
loud?
are loud. We can turn.
I can turn them down.
We need to put
that's better.
Billy Bob teeth all over the tables.
Sometimes I hear myself and it's extra loud, and I'm like, God,
you're on 4.
Who do we have here, Desiree? Introduce your friend.
I was going to, but I was trying not to blow out my eardrums.
Please, and not mine either. Please.
You have to talk into
right
the
up
microphone
onto
like you're just.
Like it's a big old nipple.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm pretty familiar with those then, so I guess I can go with that.
This is King.
King. Nice to meet you, King.
Pleasure.
He's a musician, correct? And
absolutely.
An aspiring porn star.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I have multiple talents. I actually write poetry. I'm starting on a book. There's a lot of things a lot of interest that I would like to get into. You just take them a day at a time. So
right.
That's all.
Have you done some porn yet, or it's something you're getting ready to?
I've done home videos.
I got you. You know what I always say? Like when you're making a porn video, it's all about the male talent. When you're actually filming it, like them giving you the money shot when they need to give it to you. When
Sweet
when
Cheeks
the client,
also does porn.
I do porn too. The client, when the client watches the film, it's all about the woman.
Right.
So but the filming, it's all about you.
Well, the man really, they really need to get paid more because
they do most of the work.
They do all the work. The men lead the scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When they're shooting, it's all
women,
about the man.
Good women who have been around for a long time can lead a scene, but mostly, the men lead the scene, which is like spectacular because especially ones like Christian and Shane and all of them that have been around for a long time that know the positions, like know the lighting, know how to open up all the nooks and crannies and get everything.
So it's seen on camera.
Yeah, you have to be able to see it on camera because one thing about working with like plus size models, like you'll work with all kinds of different talent from thin to
rotund.
Right. They called me that on Fox News. I prefer that we don't use that word anymore.
I love that word.
Yeah, I'm still slightly bitter.
Well, if you don't want to use the rotund, to fucking fat, okay?
Right.
That's where you're going. Fucking skinny fat. To fucking fat.
Well, we talked about it, today. Like when you do porn, you don't really get to be choosy about who you shoot with. You shoot with everyone, and it's not like one of those things that, like. It's not like the Cat House where you're like, oh, there's a line of women. You're like, I'd like to work with her, and her, and her.
You're called to a set, and there you got it.
Right.
Well, I mean, I pretty much don't discriminate. Pretty much, so it's
I call it discriminate.
Discriminate.
I don't discriminate.
You just like women then.
I mean, I'm very all for the women. I've been
told
I've been told my whole life that I've been a ladies' man. So I mean, hey, why not? Why not share my talents and imagination?
And he's got a great body, and
good male talent is really hard to find.
It really is hard to find.
Yeah, so I mean,
insanely hard to find.
There's a lot of girls in the industry right here in this town that need good male talent to shoot with. So,
there's
get on board
literally like
one person.
A couple handfuls of good male talent in our industry. Like that's why you see the same men in all the videos because there's not a lot of good male talent. For one, you have to be comfortable on camera, comfortable around other people watching you,
willing to get tested.
Be willing to get tested. I think tested more often than the standard, but willing to be open to being with whoever. And you have a hard job, literally, no pun intended. You have a hard job. Sometimes you gotta keep your dick hard for 6 hours. Yeah. Like it's not an easy, as people think it is. So sometimes I did a scene with a guy, the last male talent that I signed, and I haven't heard from him since the first scene that I shot with him because I think he got a little intimidated, because he was all, I can do this and I can do that and I can do this, and then we got there
himself up, huh?
Yeah,
and it was all wah, 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 wah,
and that happens more than you know, just because
I know
people around.
Trust me, I'm a woman.
Well,
I've heard. That's how that goes.
Well,
I was like,
You know what you need to do if you want a dude who can go for hours. I'm not
I
saying
don't
you
want
need to go
a
do
dude
this,
that
but
wants to go for
I
hours.
don't like hours either. No.
I like a good 5 minutes. and then
guys
I can
who are
take a nap.
on heart medication can go for hours and hours and hours.
I heard the same
I
exact
gotta
thing.
tell you,
Really?
I was dating a fat dude. Well, I wouldn't say dating. I was dating a fat dude one time, and he had to have blood thinners. He wore my ass out.
I gotta tell you something. Some of my
That's
hardest
why I don't
fucking
date fat guys.
no. My hardest. I've got like a handful of these fucking clients that are over 60 that never come but beat my ass because they fucking.
Look, there's could be one fatty in my relationship, and it is me.
and they don't come because they're too old to come, but they beat the shit out of me. Whoosh. One guy fell
She
off.
said, "Whoosh."
I fell off the bed and hit my head on the headboard with this 72 years old.
That
That's
was
why.
some serious sex.
Yeah.
That's very
She's
serious.
serious about her shit.
Absolutely.
I am serious.
Absolutely.
Sweet Cheeks is like, she's not only an escort, but she's like, or a porn star. She is like an entertainer, like she's a stripper, like for real. Like people.
I got a job Thursday night that I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna fake.
She's like is hired by these entertainment
I
companies.
think it's great to show up on a scooter.
Well, I'm gonna
as
show
a
up
fat
on
chick.
the scooter. Oh,
No,
I am.
work it into your act.
Oh, I know.
Totally
But,
working into your act.
Yeah, but no, it's $500 just to show up Thursday night.
Why? How can I get a gig like this? She's like, no, I'm not gonna give you.
There's so few jobs like that, and I work for 3 entertainment companies. When I get ready to retire, I'm
I'm
pass
so
it off.
different than you, though.
Doesn't matter. You're still a fat chick. All they're hiring is a fat chick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not looking for an Amazon or anything.
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
looking
Well,
for a
that
fat
sucks.
chick.
You're
Yeah,
greedy.
they're not gonna. Well, come on,
I'd share with you.
You know what? I've
I
built
just
this.
told you my business idea.
Girl, I've built this little position. When I'm ready to retire, and it may be soon.
No, that's
because
right.
my
I don't want
body's
to be a stripper. I am
You
not
wanna be-
graceful
you have to
at
strip.
all.
You have to strip in front
I
of these
am not
people.
graceful at all.
See?
I tried to strip for my ex recently. It didn't end up well.
Well,
And then
see,
there was like boob towel in the face, and it was just downhill from there.
I like put out I have them do shots off of my body. The thing.
I'm not graceful though. Like I am super
That's
clumsy.
what's funny.
My
The fat chick who's
equilibrium's off.
No, when you're fat like me and you're hired to strip for a bachelor party, you are the novelty act. You're supposed to be funny. That's why a fat chick showing up on a scooter and limping my ass to the bachelor is funny as fuck when he eats Twinkies out of my tits. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to be graceful. Then I put the Twinkie in my ass crack and get all that. It's all about the show.
She can put Twinkies in amazing places. It's absolutely.
I get paid for it.
Amazing.
Okay? I get paid for it.
You'd be like, damn. How did that even
No, that's
get in
because I
there?
pull double dongs out of places that you
And
don't
rabbits.
know they're in it.
She literally pulled a rabbit out of her ass.
And won $2,000 for doing it. So.
Right.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stripper
Wow.
contest. But
Yeah. When you hear about things coming out of people's asses, this is who you should think about.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got 74 inches of ass, baby. Get tested. Let's go. I'm
Well,
only
we're-
fucking on film.
I'm gonna bring him
What, Tuesday?
on Tuesday, and he's gonna observe, see if he can handle this situation.
Situation.
I have also another girl, a skinny girl that I need to hit up. We
Does
need
she
to have
do
a shoot.
hardcore?
No,
I'm trying to find a way.
Odette doesn't do hardcore.
Odette doesn't, and then there's another girl here in town
Who
that
doesn't?
Crystal something. I'm getting hooked
Yeah.
up with her.
She doesn't do
No,
hardcore.
but I've even reached out to Christian because Christian and me want to do a scene with like a waif,
right,
like
but
a 90
there's
pounder.
not
I can't
any-
find one. They'll do fetish, but I can't find one to do hardcore.
Yeah, I haven't found one either.
So that's
And
any
Odette-
waif out there want to do some porn? Let me know.
You should put an ad on Craigslist.
Well, you know what I did? I actually went off the escort ads on Craigslist and looked
Mhm.
for some of the spinners. Okay, they call them. But you know what? Almost all of them are through an agency.
Yeah, well,
so they're
and
like, well,
also,
we don't have just one girl.
Skinny
like
girls
that.
don't like to be with big girls.
I know.
There's very few waifs and spinners. that
Well,
will
and me and
do
my,
it.
you know,
You know who
and
I'll
Eliza
ask-
would be willing to pay them
Oh.
for a shoot.
I'll ask.
So King,
Yes.
tell us
Sorry.
about your poetry. What kind of poetry? do
She
you
also
do?
writes. Sierra writes poetry
Yeah.
also.
Well,
Are you a written word, spoken word? What do you do?
I think I pretty much I got I'm very versatile. So, a lot of the things that I've done so far have been like motivational.
Okay.
I've done a lot of eye openers.
Do you have anything in mind that you could give us a sample?
Oh man.
We'll let you think about it. I know we're
Yeah,
like,
it'll
we're
definitely
putting
go
you on,
before.
we're
Well,
putting you
no,
on
no,
the
no, no.
spot,
I'm
and I don't
definitely
mean
no.
to.
I'm not a jealous person. I'm not.
Okay, I
I'm
don't want
not
to put you
shy
on
at
the
all.
spot.
No,
Okay,
I'm
good.
not shy at all. I have so many things. I have so many of them. It's which one to pick.
And you said you're writing a book. Is it a poetry book or is it something else?
No, it's more like a self-help book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was telling Rich, that I would actually like some of his pointers. So.
Yeah, yeah.
And Rich is my roommate actually, who is a screenwriter and has won many awards, and he's amazing. He
He's a
writes
genius.
documentaries, and
That's awesome.
I won't say too much about it because he likes his privacy. So I'm sure that he wouldn't appreciate us talking about it.
No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
So where do you get the inspiration for your poetry?
Excuse me. It comes from
Well, a lot of the time,
like everything else in the world.
Well,
the world revolves around me. Didn't you know?
A lot of the times where mine came from was events in my life, and just to help people through the situations that have come about in my life.
Okay.
So to give a motivational poem or eye opener, it's a wonderful thing for me. It's a new feel. I meditate a lot, so that's where a lot of that comes from too. So.
Oh, that's good. That's all good stuff. So why did you have you always wanted to get into porn and you just happened to meet the right lady, or did you meet her and she say, you should do porn?
No, actually, I've actually always inquired about doing pornography anyway, because ever since I was 13, when I first lost my virginity, I was like, hey, I've always watched porn my whole life, so why not? I drive down the street and still watching porn, so it's like, oh shit.
Literally.
No, seriously. Like one day I was driving in the car. It wasn't with her, Desiree, or nothing like that, but I was driving in the car, and a person in a big truck, because I was in a small car, they looked over and was like, what the hell? And he rolled down his window. He flagged me down. He was like, what are you watching? And his wife looked over and he was like, oh, he's watching the porno. She was like, you're in traffic watching the porno? I was like, oh, yeah.
Why not?
And what else is there to do? I mean, there's nobody talking in the car, so I got my cell phone. Why not?
Yeah, I got my secret Tumblr. It's got all my dirty ass porn that I watch and shit.
Oh, I have a question. When you guys watch porn, do you watch it with the volume on or off? I had this discussion.
Sky high.
On.
See, not me. I don't ever put the volume on when I watch
porn. Oh, see, I want to hear all the sounds and the...
I want to hear all the shit talking.
Me and Bug Guy were having that conversation.
Remember we talked about how I don't watch porn?
Mm-hmm.
Because you see all your friends.
Well, I see all my friends.
I see all my friends too.
Oh my god, I know that bitch. Oh, that's that guy. Oh, I know everybody.
But you got to get into animated porn. You never see anyone you know.
Vagophobe, so I don't want to see that. But I did, like I said before, if I do watch porn ever, it's ironically lesbian porn.
Me too. I watch all lesbian porn.
That's crazy.
It really is.
She's a vagophobe, but if she were to watch anything, it would be a girl on girl. That's.
You have no idea how.
But I don't listen to. I don't even care nothing about the volume.
No, just the picture.
No, just watch the video, do my thing.
I have the volume on, even when it's in a language I can't understand, because there's usually subtitles anyway. But
there's subtitles to porn.
Yes, there is.
There is. See, my man right here, he knows what's up.
Okay, you're trying to,
especially when you're watching the Chinese
stroke
porn.
Your shit, and you got to read the subtitles.
Yeah, I don't even want to care about that. I just care about how her pussy looks and things like that.
You're right. So it's just like me that doesn't listen to it.
No, I listen, but it's just like.
Chinese porn.
Once again, it's heard the sounds,
that
things like
makes,
that, like the smacks and the gushing of the.
Asian porn is the best because they always interview the girl before and after.
They do?
Oh, yeah, they do.
So what kind of...
So like before, they're like, why do you want to fuck these guys? Because I really like to have sex with men. And like they have all these interviews. And then afterwards, like while she's still got juices leaking from her vagina, it's like somebody's like, hey, how was fucking 5 guys today? I feel so amazing and ecstatic and it's hilarious.
With a real microphone, just like these.
Yeah, just like right up in her face.
I would laugh my ass off.
It's hilarious.
She's had one mic in her face already. Okay, you gotta come on, it's been enough.
After I do a porn scene, the last thing I would want to do is have a microphone in my face.
Yeah,
and
it's like,
say, how did you like that? I hated it. Okay, I mean,
but it's funny. That's why I watch those, because when I'm in need of a really good laugh, I go
find
myself
gonna have
good
to
quality Asian porn.
I'm gonna have to. Well, you know what? See, we've been known on this show, King, to pull up like dolphin porn.
No, we don't talk about that.
There is such a thing.
We don't talk about that.
What the hell?
No, don't look at it. Don't Google it.
It
Google it.
It should have been never
Googled in the first place.
Googled. No.
Well, somebody.
Yeah,
put
the
it
looks on you
Google.
guys' faces. She's the only one that seems to be lit up about this, but the looks
It's
on these two
devastating.
faces
It is devastating.
priceless.
Actually, I have just got goosebumps.
I am not offended by anything. Nothing can get to me. Nothing phases me. I watch hardcore, raw BDSM porn. This stuff made me cry. Like dolphin porn.
It was Flipper.
It's no, I didn't even give a crap. I didn't even give a crap about it being Flipper.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck if a guy wants to bang a dolphin, but it was so terrible. It was awful.
That was just like when I seen the horse thing.
So
So it was just
surprises
like,
me because when I think of any
Or
animal,
2 girls, 1 cup. Oh.
No, when I think of
Why did they do
any
that to me?
animal on the planet,
I like the
okay?
reaction videos for that
Okay,
one.
any and you think about a human having sex with an animal because I'm sure every animal has been tried to have sex with. To me,
People are so fucking disgusting.
the best animal to have sex with would be the dolphin.
You and me, baby, we ain't nothing but
Straight
mammals.
up and
Well,
down
you
in
know,
the water.
dolphins will molest you. They're kind of horny little creatures.
Well, don't you know there's a whole book written out
No,
about that?
I do know that dolphins have tried to,
No,
rub
this
up on
man
folks.
had an affair with a dolphin when he was in college and worked. No lie. What's that book called?
I don't
can't
know.
remember.
I don't want to
Yes.
oh, yeah.
Yes. It's
Google
I
it.
don't want to be the only
it's
thing
not
on here
called-
that hears my
it-
voice
It's not
laugh.
Dolphin Tale.
But that's a good
Dolphin
movie.
tail.
But seriously.
It should be dolphin tail.
Dolphin Tail Volume 3. Look for it in stores.
He was hitting
He
that
was
dolphin
getting
tail.
tail. Oh yeah, it's a whole story about how he had a relationship with a dolphin.
People will have relationships with anything.
Did he at least give it a
Dolls.
fish first? Did he at least give it a fish? No.
Oh, I
No.
don't
He didn't
know.
feed it first?
No, the dolphin wanted the attention and
Oh,
wanted
wow.
the
Dolphins
dick.
are horse.
Yeah. So,
It's like chips.
let's go back to King.
Yeah,
Let's get off dolphin porn. It
Sierra
disturbs
is
me.
devastated right now.
Yeah,
It's
dolphin
like-
porn. And this girl is so open-minded.
I will.
Her
yeah.
face,
I
I will
watch-
never forget it.
I
when
watch
you
animated porn, anything except dolphin porn, like that. Like I watched a porn one time where this girl's superpower was pooping. Like that's.
That was her superpower.
It was great.
What is she?
I know where
balls
she
through
like
the wall or
nuclear
something?
rods of
I
shit. It
know
was
where
hilarious.
she could make a ton of money. I know where she could make
I
a
know
lot
where
of
she can
money.
make a lot of
It,
money.
no, it was an
Yeah.
animated show. It was
Oh.
not real porn. It was.
I
just-
know a girl that shoved Tootsie Rolls up her ass and made it look like she was shitting.
That's a great idea.
No, it
That's
really
actually
is.
smart though. That
It's
was
a
actually
good
smart.
idea for
You should
fetish
see
work.
the. You should. I found a box of
A Tootsie
props
Roll enema
that
is
I
no good.
and like stuff that I had from my old life. I got some like handcuffs and stuff, and I gave most of that stuff away, and all my lingerie and stuff I gave away. But I found a box that it made me happy. I was like, oh, and I found little things
Just
of
think of
fake
how
poop
you
I
can-
bought, and I was like, oh.
You can take all of your frustrations now out on clients.
I am so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to get back in the game. I feel like I'm 80 million years old and that my body's falling apart. I just need to. And also, like when you get to the end of a relationship, there's like no intimacy or like attraction. Like I'm used to being
fucked all the time.
adored. Like,
Adored.
I'm like half of my house was bought for me from men. Like I'm not used to not having guys dote on me or, it's weird for me. I'm like, I don't like it. I'm like, please, somebody better give me some attention right now.
You know what? I was talking to somebody that we know about you, seeing that you're back in business, and we were talking about how once you're in this business, it's really hard not to fall back into it because of the money is.
It's easy.
It's
and
quick
it's
and
fast.
easy. It's quick and easy. The money, yeah. I mean, I feel in my life now I can go to any town in the
But I don't
country.
do it necessarily for the money because I can get
See,
money in
I
other
do.
ways.
I do it, but
Like,
that's why
I like beating the shit out of people. Like it's a good time for me. I don't know about anybody else, but whooping somebody's ass with a big ass paddle is a good time for me.
See,
Like,
I will send you
I
all
used to
my
make-
dom work because I'm
I
the
used to
motherly
make a
one.
guy
I do a lot of
eat my
mother-daughter.
pet. I used to make him shave my feet with the pet egg and eat all the shavings, and I'd spit in his mouth and make him swallow them down. Like I'm brutal.
See, you're so
Fuck
good
with
at
me,
that.
I-
I'm not.
Because I'm mean.
I'm much rather with the guys that say, "Oh, mommy, I'll be a good boy. Oh, mommy loves you."
See, I'm the
She
one
likes
to be
to
like,
nurture.
Yeah.
I am. I have I can do a little bit of Dom stuff, but the heart, like that stuff, you know why? Because I would do it and go, "Are you okay?" And she can do it and go, "Fuck you." I'm just more,
You're not sucking out like a good cook.
I'm just
Right.
way more like motherly than I am Dom, so that's why it takes
Well, I
both of
know
us in
that-
this world,
I know that that's what they want. Like
Right,
they don't want me
right.
to nurture them. They
No,
don't
they
want me to
don't.
be kind to them. They want somebody to be mean to them. They want to feel like the lowest.
But you have to have
form
some of that in you to do that. I don't have that. I mean, where you get that from to do that. I mean, I understand that that's what they want, and I get that because I do a lot of things they want that maybe aren't in my nature. But you've got to pull that from somewhere deep down.
Oh, I pull it from somewhere.
Exactly, and bring that up. So you got that in you
And
to
for a
do
long,
it.
it helps me manage my anger.
Jeez,
Because I have-
let me line you up with a few. Get that anger under control right now.
It's better than Xanax, I can tell you that. Xanax just makes me like, oh, I can't remember any words. Like, and Xanax is like the worst, but the best at the same time. I'm like, it calms me down, but I just feel out of it. Like I can't function.
Yeah, I don't like Xanaxes.
If I'm taking a Xanax, I'm going straight to bed.
Yeah.
I can't
Make
take a
sure
Xanax.
you don't have any fire or nothing near you, because I had a bad experience. I actually took 2 of them and fell asleep
no.
with some marijuana in my hand, and luckily there was somebody there to actually help me.
Right.
Otherwise,
no. I take like a little piece of like one of those yellow school bus things they call them, little tiny quarter of it, and I'm out.
That's the funny part about it. I had 2 of those same exact ones.
And you took both bars?
Both bars.
You're
at
lucky
one time.
you ain't dead.
Man.
I at 350 pounds take a quarter of one of them bars and it puts me out.
Man.
So
I didn't even remember going to sleep.
So what kind of porn do you like to watch, King?
Oh man. I'd like to watch pretty much anything as long as it's.
What's saved on your, like, when you pull up your phone? What's the last thing you had? Because I know we all watch porn on our phone these days.
Actually, this one was an ebony one. It's a girl called Go Fuck Me.
Go
Fuck me.
Yeah, it's on Pornhub. She's with Rico Strong.
Okay.
Yeah, they actually did a scene that I actually enjoyed. But
she's hot too.
I do a lot. Like I'm mostly like squirting and stuff like that. I'm just addicted to it. So
Well, because you can't fake squirting.
you
No,
can't at
no,
all,
you can't.
none whatsoever, and that's what I love about it.
You cannot fake
So it's
it.
like,
No matter how hard you try, you're either going to shit yourself or squirt, one of the two.
That's true. That's very true.
yeah,
You cannot fake squirting.
No.
So, what kind are you, like, just gonna do softcore? Are you gonna do hardcore? Are you gonna throw a little BDSM in
fetish
there?
stuff? What are you
Like,
gonna do?
like what's your
I mostly
goal?
wanted to play it by ear. Just start slow and then work my way into it. The first impression is the best impression. So sure enough, I'm gonna show up
Now,
and show out.
Is your plan? Are you going to put together a clips for sale store? Is that the first plan, or you're going to look more for doing?
I'm gonna do that for them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna take the advice of the person who's been here. So I mean,
I'm probably gonna have them contract with Sinfully Divine Entertainment, and then do the Streammate Studio, and because that way they can. Streammate pays out every day.
Right.
Like you hit your balance, or you hit your allotted payout, and they pay out every day. Also, I'm gonna set them up a clips for sale store, but I think also gonna do a website. I think I like to do a website for them as a couple, but
Well, and couples on StreamMate do
Make
really.
bank.
They do
yes, I was
very.
informed.
My
Yeah.
daughter and her boyfriend get on, and they do really well.
yeah,
on the
couples do better,
account.
way better than singles, because there's a billion single girls out there. There's not as many couples. Couples make bank.
Yeah, they do.
It's ridiculous.
people like
So-
to see fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's
like
funny?
the dual action.
Mhm.
Dual action.
And
Like
the
Yeah,
fact
yeah.
that they can sit on the other side and say, "Hey, do this to her." They can kind of guide the action. They love that shit.
And that's funny that you said that, because going into my next comment, I actually told her that. I told her that I want to see somebody fuck you. I want to just
Right.
sit in the chair and watch.
I
And
like
I
that.
want you to tell me how good it feels. I want you to tell me
So
that.
you want to have a cuckolding moment?
Hmm?
Cuckolding? You want to do a little cuckolding?
Yeah, I'll sit there and view it.
I would love to do that.
I would
Oh
sit
my
there and view that.
Such a great idea.
I would love that.
But
So, are there any hard no's for you, like things you will not do?
Oh man, definitely nothing that has to do with anything homosexual. I definitely do.
You're not gonna be
You're
gay
not
for
gay
pay?
for pay?
No, can't do it.
I'm not very good. At
What
it
about
either.
transgender?
You should see my first gay for pay movie.
It's
Oh,
pretty funny.
It's not that I have
It's-
anything against it. It's just
It's just not your thing. Yeah, I gotcha.
wouldn't do it. I don't just put it past it. Anybody do what you do. Whatever makes you
Right.
successful, do it. I'm
not
all
that
with
funny.
success. I'm all with success.
It is funny when you make that face. It's really funny.
I looked good doing that movie. I don't give a fuck what you guys say.
Yeah, you look great from the neck down. The neck up, though, you're like, you look like a frog with something stuck in his throat.
This is my face at my firstborn.
Her first lesbian scene trying to lick pussy.
She looked like a frog with mental issues.
Needless to say, she's never been asked to do another pussy licking scene.
Right.
I have done 2 my whole career. Yeah.
So how about you? Now there's that whole.
So no gay, but what about anything else? Like you won't do gay, and you don't want anything near your butthole, I assume.
Absolutely not.
But what else? Like,
you don't mind? You don't like it when your girl's like just she's
No.
down there
You
giving
know,
you blowjobs?
What about
stuck her
you
finger in
doing
it?
anal to somebody else?
Yeah, I would do anal to like a woman or
Yeah,
something.
see, they like that.
I mean, I would
and
do
then
that.
I go, yeah,
but-
let me stick your size dick up your ass and see
but
how
what
you
if
like
happen.
it.
I get nervous when I wipe my own ass. So
I might slip. You like double up the really cheap toilet paper so you don't poke your
Yes,
finger
I don't
through it.
even-
I don't even do that. I use wipes. I'm a wipe
Yes.
girl. I use
Washable wipes from
Costco.
Walmart. I got
Costco, yeah, I do Costco wipes.
yes.
They come in a big
Definitely.
ass box and pretty colors now too. The
Yeah,
little packages.
they're nice, and I'm also right there with you with the anal thing. I'm like,
Oh no, I don't.
Indeed,
No.
not dope.
That is exit
poking
only.
the spokes. No poking the spokes, baby.
It's
do you-
out of commission half the
It's
time.
you
a
ever
anyway.
just-
one-way street.
Do you ever just polish the rusty sheriff's badge? Just get down there, toss a little salad up, and no.
Oh, you talking about with my woman?
Mhm.
Yes, with my woman all the time. No.
I've
With my
wanted to
woman.
tell you
Says,
something.
polish-
Listen to this. I checked my email, my SinCityBounty email. This is great. Somebody's
you.
coming to BBW. I really want to come. I'm a fan of yours, and I really want to come to BBW Con. Can I stay at your place and rent a room because the hotel's too expensive?
Hell no, you
Some
can't, psycho.
stranger.
Did you
sent
say
me-
I won't be there? I'll be at BBW Con because I can afford a room.
Well, and I'm just
And
like,
if you come to BBW Con, you probably should not
and
come
he
unless
broke
you
it
can.
down about what this was going to cost, and this, so I should I'm willing to pay you something if you just let me rent a room at your house. What the fuck? I don't know who this fuck is.
You're nervous.
You know
Yeah.
what? Maybe we should rent one of these vacation rental homes out here
Well,
for
I
a
am
week and
gonna-
rent it out to some other motherfuckers.
I am gonna rent a home. That was one of the things about BBW Con. I am gonna rent a place and do a content shoot as a BBW Con sponsored content shoot. So I also have that to organize. So
See, that's another thing. One of the persons that we do on our phone fest
Oh.
can call and get all the prices and stuff on the houses.
I also need a wrap for my window from BBW Con.
Can't your printing company do a wrap?
Yeah, but I have to have somebody install it for me, so I figured I'd just have them do it here locally.
Oh, I gotcha.
I may have a hookup for you.
I need that done like yesterday.
Let me-
Literally.
Let me talk to some people on Monday.
Okay.
I'll get back to you about that.
And yep, Red Label will save some and let me know.
Oh, perfect. We got
They're out of
booze
town right now,
bottles.
so yeah. I
We
need
got
that.
booze bottles now. We're good. It takes so little to make us happy. Booze bottles.
I know it's the little things.
Gotta enjoy
like
the little
that,
things.
I like that we're well connected, and that makes me happy.
Yes. That's the perfect thing in this town, especially dealing with Vegas. You have to be connected. If you're
That's
not, there's nothing for you. There's
You're
nothing.
right.
Sure there is. There's Springs Preserve.
Right?
Yes.
Sure there is.
Yes.
Or the Vegas Zoo. You been to the Vegas Zoo?
It's shut down.
I was
It's been
saying-
shut
Did they
down
shut
for,
it down?
Yeah, they shut it down.
Yeah,
for
that's
like a
not-
year now.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I was so mad that I actually paid money to go.
Are you talking about
I
the one
was
on the
smart
rancho?
enough never to go.
I went to take my son because I had never been.
I
I've
was
lived in this
excited. I
town
love
almost
the
20
zoo.
years and I had never been, so I took him to the zoo. And I'm walking around, I'm like, all this place needs is a couple of Mexicans from Home Depot. Like, that is all this place needs. $60 in Mexicans, and this
Right.
place will look great.
It
like,
said it had like 120 species or something. And I was like, yeah. And
Of mouse.
100 of fucking pigeon. I was like, there's so many pigeons there. There was
There's like-
more pigeons than birds or any other creature.
I was
It
like, there's a lame monkey, a dead dog, and a retired asshole lion.
I think the alligator was dead. Actually, I really did.
like some animatronics from Chuck E. Cheese back in the day.
Right.
Well, how do you have animals out there in a zoo at 120 degrees?
They were mostly deserted. They had like emus and shit. Yeah. Like, ooh, come feed the emus. I'm like, and they're angry. Emus.
They're angry. They're locked inside of a damn cage.
They don't even let you give the opportunity to give them food. They take that shit. They're like, give me that food, bitch. They like reach down and like take it out of the cup out of your hand. They're like, fuck you. Give me that shit. Like, they are totally gangster. They're like New York pigeons.
They're like, feed the emus free, and they had a little cup, and you take a little thing, and you can feed the emus, and right next to that is a sign that says, please be warned, emus bite, and we were not responsible for any injuries you may incur when feeding the fucking emus. And it's like...
But if you give them... we didn't get to feed them for free. We had to pay for the emu food. And then fuckers were greedy, and one reached down and broke my cup because he was trying to get in it. I was like, motherfucker. But yeah, they're like gangster.
Don't fight a fat chick for the emu field, okay?
New York pigeons are extra gangster, right? New York pigeons will run up on you. They will take your shit and be like, "What?
So what you gonna do?
What you gonna say about this? Like, I'm taking this hamburger from McDonald's that you just bought. I don't give a fuck. Say something." Say something, bitch, because it's got disease on it now. It's got disease on it now.
Do you remember, what was it? Oh, man, when they had the Warner Brothers and their sister Dot, was that Tiny Toons?
Oh, yeah.
When they would have the little cutaway to the pigeons, the good fellas or whatever they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate pigeons. Hate them.
Little disease-carrying bastards.
I try. It's the only murder, like homicidal tendency that I have. I try to hit them with my car at every possible
No. I got something better
option.
For you, okay?
I hate pigeons.
Well, my friend, the PLP.
And shit all over my house.
Well, the PLP had pigeon problems. I mean, she's got pigeon spikes all over her house, okay? Because her pigeon problem was so bad.
She's got money.
But wait a second. The bug guy hooked her up with some corn that has a poison on it. Now, this poison, what it does, the birds come and eat this corn, but somehow it delivers a signal to them like, don't go back to this house and eat their corn because it makes you sick. So they go to
birds
someplace
are really
else
smart.
Yeah, so if you need some poison corn, talk to Bug Guy.
I need poison corn.
I need poison corn. All right, because that's why I can't feed Sasha outside during the day because the birds come and
will
eat
take her stuff.
There was like 40 birds out there.
And you have a pool.
You know how
she has a pool too. Wherever there's water, those pigeons are going to hang out.
My dad solved his... I'll tell you how my problem. He went and bought a blow dart gun. And he would sit upstairs. He would bring the dog in, and he would put dog food out in the middle of the yard, and he would wait for the pigeons to show up, and he'd get the small game darts so it would go right through the pigeon's head, and then they would fly away and die. And eventually all the pigeons learned, and he didn't lose any darts. Eventually all the pigeons learned if you go there, you die. So
I don't think that's a good solution for me, being an animal lover and all, though...
You just said you try to run them over with your car.
But I don't have to actually watch them being shot in the head. They just go crunch.
No, you need
keep
some
pushing.
I'm pretty sure that Bug Guy has a bag of it already because he has to put the poison in the corn. I think he's got a bag made up in the garage. So let me talk to him about you guys. Because
I'm so sick of these goddamn birds. I feel like, you know, in Steel Magnolias when he puts firecrackers in the tree.
That's the best ever.
That's how I feel. I'm like, these fucking birds, they don't give me a day of rest. If there's food out there, like if Sasha has food, there'll be 40, 50 pigeons, no problem. And crows. They're smart. They come, they try to eat all our food. Maybe if I let them just keep doing it, she'd be skinny, but she's getting to be quite fat because I feed her really good. I only feed her once a day, but that's really all dogs need to eat. And I feed her Iams. Like she eats, you know, that's good for her. Like
good vitamins.
Feeding her too fancy. Like there's really fancy dog food that I've tried to feed her, but it actually makes her bowels worse. If it's possible.
I've been corrected. It's the Animaniacs and the God Pigeon.
Oh, that's right.
And Callie Guy believes that the minion wants to turn around and stare at your titties.
Oh, here, let me help.
Yeah.
You got to put them up on the table.
Oh, okay.
That's only because Cali guy wants to stare at your titties.
As if he hasn't had enough titties in the last 2 days.
I got a wet boob towel under there.
Oh my God, she kills me when she pulls this shit out of her.
Let me. I kill you when I pull shit out of my tits.
Well, no, it's just rabbits out of my ass.
I wish you could feel this. Feel the heat.
No, I don't want to.
Just feel it. Can you feel the heat emitting from it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how hot my body is.
There you go.
Is that better?
That's better.
Okay.
That's better.
Can you see?
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah, we can see.
Your minion's kind of in the way.
Yeah, your minion is definitely in the way.
Yeah, there you go. That'll Cali guy.
I like my minion.
Well, he'll look at you from a distance.
Okay.
Because Cali guy wanted to see your tits on the table. Really.
There they are, Cali guy. Full effect. Well, kind of. They're kind of sticky right now because I was in the pool. I was so hot that I just went into the pool with my dress on.
Just got in.
That sounded like me when I was pregnant with my daughter in Texas in August. I sat on the back stairs of the house in my dress and just put the hose over. Just sat with the hose over my fucking head. I was so damn tired.
You can witness how hot I am. Is that not crazy?
That is crazy.
And my temperature actually runs low.
What's your menopause?
I am going through menopause.
I'm
trying to wait till it's fucking being over. I hope that it might be over soon.
Oh.
I've been going through menopause for like 3 years now.
Mine better not last.
Oh, it
that
takes
long.
10.
No fucking way.
Most women it takes, yeah.
No.
How long?
I had a hysterectomy.
How long does menopause take in the average woman?
I had a hysterectomy in May of 2011. So 4 years I've been going through menopause now.
Oh hell no. I'm ready for mine to be over.
10 years
Let's
of
see,
torture.
WebMD.
Cancer.
That's WebMD's answer to everything.
I know.
Cancer.
All roads leads to cancer.
WebMD.
It's just like all prescription drugs lead to
Usually
anal
starts women
leakage.
in their 40s, but it can start in their 30s or earlier. Can perimenopause lasts up until menopause? Perimenopause is when your periods start.
Okay.
That's kind of where you are.
Well,
when the ovaries
I
stop
haven't had a
releasing
period in a
eggs,
couple of months now.
drop in estrogen in the last 1 to 2 years. That means you've already been through a few years. How long does perimenopause last? The average length of perimenopause is 4 years, but for some women, this stage may last only a few months or continue for 10 years.
I'm on the few-month plan.
I should be
Perimenopause ends when a woman has gone 12 months without having her period.
Then I should be done. So it's obviously not menopause that I'm having problems
No,
with.
after menopause, you still have hot flashes and hormone imbalances.
I'm a
It
fucking
lasts
disaster.
forever.
I'm a disaster. I'm such a... Why does this happen to me? I'm gonna have a little pity party for a minute because I'm 34 and I have like every disorder. I have a blood disorder. I have a spine disorder. I have a mental disorder. Like any kind of disorder that you can have.
Your kitchen is in disorder.
My kitchen has caution tape on it. They're like, when people walk in, they're like, did somebody die here?
No, I didn't think that. I was just
all
like,
you
oh.
need to do
Just
is
my
have King lay on the
self-respect.
floor. Wait, no. Have King lay on the kitchen floor, draw around him, and just leave it there for a conversation.
I totally would.
You should.
You know I would.
I know you should.
That would
do it
be
right
funny
here.
as hell.
I would do
would
it
be.
right here with tape.
Yeah, let's do
With
it.
the tape.
Let's do it.
I'm all about it.
That would be
Hell
funny
yeah.
as hell.
Y'all.
That should be part of our room.
Well, what's the
Put some
thing?
paint, put some
Yeah.
red paint splatter on the walls.
It'll look like CSI.
Arterial spray.
CSI up in here. That's what we need to do. Absolutely. I'd like to shoot some stuff with some CSI action.
That'd
That
actually
would
be funny.
be-
No,
that would be funny,
they actually
yeah.
have a movie about that I watched. It was Jenny Cummings, if I wasn't mistaken.
Is this a porn?
Yeah.
No, serious. It was something
like
about
a
that.
CSI kind of?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it.
It's called.
I'm down.
I could get fucked and have fake blood all over me.
I need you to give me all your content
I know. I'm
this
going to do it on Tuesday.
week. Okay,
When you
please.
come on Tuesday, I will give it
Because
to you on Tuesday.
That's the only way I can get your website up and running.
Tuesday. Okay, thank you. I will have my computer with me.
So we only have 30 minutes left.
Oh,
So let's do
gone
some
by fast.
catch-ups. So let's start with you, Sweet Cheeks. You've got the new baby.
Got the new baby.
she's a beautiful princess.
She is so cute. She looks like grandma.
No, she kind of does actually.
She does kind of, but but you don't really know if they get a little older, But she just has my side of the family's round little faces. So So I've been dealing with that. I've been kind of in and out of here because of my crazy pain situation and the stairs and then okay, I'll tell you a little story. When my doctor gave me the referral to the pain clinic, it was because of the arthritis in my knees and ankles. Okay. Then there was all this problem with the first referral she gave me. I could never get that pain clinic to call me back or set an appointment. So I had to go through and get another referral for a different pain doctor. So in the midst of waiting for this, I do something to my left hip. This is when it got really, really bad. And so the day that I went into the pain doctor, I was literally in tears. Like the pain was so bad and it was everything in my left hip. So he orders all the injections for my left side. And then, okay, we got to get approval. So we get the approval. So I go to the doctor's appointment the other day. I says, but here's the problem. Now, the worst part of my hip pain is on the right side. Well, guess what? They got the approval for the injections on the left side. So I guess they have to go back through and get them reapproved. So apparently
and it takes 2 weeks.
I'm having my first set of injections on the 22nd of May, and I'm having another set in my back on the 6th of June. And then I said, so then what happens? I said to the lady, because my initial problem was my knees and my ankles. She says, then we're going to let you walk around for a few weeks, and you're going to tell us where your worst pain is.
Well, the injections are supposed to last up to 6 months.
Well, no, because then they want to know whether or not they should do my ankles next or my knees next. So I'm getting all the joints from my waist down basically done, okay?
Unfortunately, only last a month. But the average injections last 6 months.
See, this is what I've heard from more people. I've heard more that, okay, you'll get them, but they don't last long. And then from other people, I've heard, I really haven't heard anybody say that it's helped them really long term. Now, I'm getting some relief from, I was on hydrocodone for like 12 years. Well, apparently you get immune to that. So it was doing nothing for me. So they got me on morphine now, which seems to control it okay. I'm on it once every 12 hours, but you can tell about 2 hours before it's due because my hip's like screaming at me. So I don't know. I guess I don't know what the pain clinic's objective is. Is it to make me pain free?
Yeah, it's to limit your pain.
Do they want to do it via the injections, or if I'm doing better on just meds? I don't know. I'm so like
that's what they're for.
I'm so worried that they don't know all my issues.
Regular doctors aren't allowed anymore to prescribe.
Right, and
narcotics.
my personal doctor, she was prescribing my narcotics, okay? But when I got to the point that wasn't helping me, that's when she said to me, I don't feel comfortable, myself prescribing you any more narcotics or any more pain medication than I already have, so I'm going to send you to pain management. And she was real concerned too. She was, be careful they don't do everything with medication because I don't want to see you have that problem. So the whole idea in going there was to, get the injections. It's just been
that's why
taking
I like
a while.
The fact that I go to a spine specialist versus going to a pain clinic.
Well, and my problem is not my spine, though.
Right.
My problem is arthritis in the joints. So, so like it's a little scary to me. I don't really know what to do. I'm gonna have the injections. But I haven't heard a lot of longevity from it. Does yours?
You have there's different types of injections. So they can inject you with cortisone. They can inject you with depends on what they give you.
Right.
I have epidurals. They give me 5 injections.
They're giving me cortisone.
I have 5 injections per side of my spine in 4 different sides. So I have my lower spine, my 2 lower.
Because yours is nerve damage, not.
Yeah, I have nerve damage. So I get plus they inject me with something. 5 different things. Something to help rebuild the cartilage in my central spinal canal, and then something for my spinal stenosis, and then a steroid, and then
they're giving me a steroid.
Yeah, they give me
and
a steroid.
There's a pain
and an epidural.
There's an anti-inflammatory.
Steroid.
And then there's like 3 things.
So they do 5. So I get 5 on this side, 5 on this side on the lower spine, and then the upper spine. Or the middle spine, I guess. I get 5 on this side, 5 on that side, but they got to do it separate times because my insurance doesn't approve it all at one time, unfortunately. Right. But the last time they fucked up on my shit. I'll do that in my catch up.
So so it's very interesting because like my pain, so whatever. So I'm going to deal with that, but my philosophy is a body in motion stays in motion. So
Yes, it
I
does.
can't, I have to just keep doing
Well,
what
I
I
kind
can
of
do.
think of it as this is like when when you get up, like when I get out of bed, it's like
Yeah, it's kind of rough. I know.
and then it's all and then like eventually you start going, like you start walking normal, you're like bum, 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 bum. And then it's like
It's like having a cold
is.
engine in Michigan.
It
right?
is, and it's like, and then like initially, like it's really hard after like you've been sitting or something to like get up and move, or
But
just
once you
get
get
up.
moving.
Period. But once you get moving, you're good. Like I'm good.
See, I'm not. My problem now with my hips is the longevity of standing my weight on my hips.
Well, I
Okay?
can't stand still.
Right, I understand that. Now, sitting in this chair, like I can feel like it's starting, like I need to be moving, So it's a cross between I need to be moving but when I put pressure standing is when I want to scream.
Have you thought about getting back into the pool? Going back to the pool
I'm
and
not
moving around?
against going back to the pool. I just haven't done it.
Well, I have
Basically,
a pool.
I'm going to tell you the issue really has been very hard for me to walk from the parking lot into
I have
the
a pool.
I know, but you live a gazillion fucking miles from me.
Well,
I
I
can't
have
go
a
to your
pool.
PLP has a
every-
pool.
Yeah, but you know.
I have a pool.
Yabbits are for
I have
Easter.
a pool that you can drive right up to.
That's true, you do. It's not, except I always fall down that one step.
You don't have to go on that side. The other side is a ramp.
There's a pool there, like her pool has one step.
You don't
every
even have
time
to,
I fall.
But now you have a scooter, so if you go.
Well, you just go to the other side with the ramp.
No, I can walk when it's not a really long ride. But like I said, I don't have my scooter. I can take it apart and put it together and use it. But I really don't want to use it unless, like, I'm at Caesar's Palace and have to walk 85 miles to get where I needed to be. I don't want to use it for everything.
I can't wait till you have that little scooter ramp on the back of your car.
I can't wait until I can get my Lush wagon. I'm so excited. I can't wait for BBW Con.
It was so, when I got this scooter, like, okay, when Bug Guy and I were together years ago, it used to be a big joke about me having to eventually use a scooter or whatever, okay? And we would fight, and I'd be like, leave me alone, I don't use a scooter. So now it's very mixed emotions because on one hand, I was very happy to get it because I can work the big hotels, which I haven't been able to do that in a good 2 months, okay? Like I lost a lot of business. And B, I can, every place I need to go, like all the bashes, and I'm taking my grandson to SeaWorld the end of the month, I'm good. I can take him to a movie through a casino and not worry about how far I have to walk. So on that side, I feel good. But on the other side, I was very emotional. It's like,
I don't want to be the fat chick with a scooter.
Right?
Yeah,
That's why I refuse to use them at the grocery store.
Well,
no matter
but
how
see,
bad
I
it
have
hurts to walk through that
have
fucker.
to.
I do the same thing.
You know what?
I
you
will
guys,
come out sweating like, I mean, worse than anything, and I refuse.
Well,
It hurts
Desiree,
so
I
bad.
did that for a long while. I did it, and I'm just like, but it got to the point, if I went to the grocery store and did the walk with the cart around the grocery store, I was done for the rest of the day. I'd have to go home and do nothing. So I can do more. And that was before, now my meds are a little bit better now too. But so I do more. I use that in the grocery cart. So I said to Bug Guy, I told him, I said, this is kind of really emotional because he helped me get it and we had to get the upgraded battery. Anyway, the whole thing. And I said, this is really emotional for me. And he goes, here's how I look at it. You and I would not take a walk to the Emerald Isle Casino in Henderson when we want to play or have breakfast. It's just too far for our bodies to walk. So what do? You get in a car. Mm-hmm. Well, when you go to a big casino and need to find your way, to a guest room or whatever, you get into a car and you ride because it's too far to walk. Mm-hmm. So I had to kind of change my thinking, and my mother, who's 73 years old, has really bad arthritis also, but she won't leave her house because she won't get a scooter or she won't use.
I wish they had like a sitting Segway.
She won't, she
You can get an
won't.
aftermarket parts to create a
Yeah, you
seat
could
on a
do that.
Segway.
But the one that I have, this little go-go thing, it comes apart in 4 pieces and goes in my car.
I know, but I refuse. I mean, like when I get done walking, we went to Costco.
Well, wait till you start seeing clients again at the Aria and at Caesars.
Oh, we went to Costco yesterday before the party.
You're gonna be wanting to go.
When I got back in the car, because I don't usually complain about my pain, I wanted to cry a little bit.
What's that?
A sitting Segway.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
I would definitely ride it.
Right?
I have no health problems whatsoever, but I would take it.
It looks fun.
So, I rarely complain about my pain, even though it is sometimes unbearable. Like, it really makes me want to just cry.
Oh, here's the one
I
have.
When
this shit's got off-road tires on it.
When I stand up, sometimes it just takes my breath away. But here's what my doctor, I'll see now. I don't know if it's a difference because you're nerve pain or I've got arthritis. But I said to my doctor, a body in motion stays in motion. So I try to do what I can and keep moving. She says, but you also have to be very careful because it's an inflammation disease that you don't overdo and inflame yourself. Now, I could walk through a casino, see a client, then by the time I got to go back to my car, I'm hardly making it.
Well, that's me too, because
you're gonna be looking for a go-go girl back in business.
This looks like a sex toy.
If my disc because I have bulging discs. The big problem is that I have 3 big broad-based bulging discs at the base of my spine. If they swell too much, they will literally pinch off all the nerves of my spine.
Have you thought about this going back into dom work? Have you thought about that?
Yeah.
And how I'm telling you, I the other night was my maiden voyage of my scooter.
I just have to be responsible. I think, like, I haven't been responsible about taking my medicine before a lot of stuff happened. I wasn't taking my medicine. I was, pushing out my appointments to get my injections, and I just wasn't really taking care of myself. But since a lot of stuff has happened, I've lost some weight, and, that's one thing. Like, I will require surgery. Like, my problem isn't
me too.
Is not going to get better. I'll require surgery. But the fact is that the heavier I am, and I probably will have to have a breast reduction. I'm sorry, Cali Guy.
Cali Guy just sobbed. Right? I would say he just sobbed.
Because the more pressure that I have on my spine, the more opportunity I have to be paralyzed.
Right.
And I don't want to be paralyzed, which is why I haven't opted for the surgery now. But it's just, I can manage it, and but I refuse to let it beat me. Like, I'm 34 years old.
Well, you know what, Desiree? That's exactly how I felt, that I wasn't going to let it. But it got to the point now that this
Segway's entirely uncool.
Yeah.
Fucking Beebs on a Segway.
But here's what I've had to do.
Yeah, and Mayweather brought Beebs in with him to the fucking fight.
That's because Beebs is like his little pocket white boy.
Okay, I want to comment, though, on what you said, because it's important. You said that it's not going to let you beat you, okay? The way that I'm not letting it beat me is to have that scooter in my car so I can do anything I want to do anytime I want to do it. Now I can't. There are things that, okay, if I want to take my grandson to the movies, I got to say, okay, which movie theater are we going to, and how far of a walk is it? Is it through a casino? So the way you feel now at 34 is exactly how I felt at 34. Like, I'm never going to get there. But at 53, it's the way that I'm using to not let it overcome me.
Right.
So,
And sound advice.
Right. I just think it's not fair.
No, it's not.
Fair.
And you know what,
it's
though? But then we also have to look at, we've lived our lives as big women, and that takes a toll on our body. Not to mention just regular stuff that I'm sure you have going on that has nothing to do with you being a large woman for a long time. Mm. So none of it's fair.
But
I mean, the person who has a car accident is not fair.
I'm big. Like, I shouldn't even be big. I have a disorder that causes that. Like,
but you know what?
It's so frustrating.
But who says you shouldn't be big? It's the way you are. Believe in a God or not a God.
I don't mind. I am who I am. I don't mind. I don't want to sound like I'm, a bit big, and I don't like being. I'm comfortable being who I am. But the fact is that I had cancer. I went through some shit. I got big, and because of
And you made a
that,
hell of a career out of it. I mean,
I did, and
yeah,
I made a lot of money being big.
Exactly. So you know what? You used it to your advantage,
But
and you
it's
did
just,
what you had to do.
I know.
That
I'm just
sounds
being
like a winning
whiny.
ticket to me.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what? This is how I have to look
I'm
at
just
it.
being whiny and
Well,
pissy
and
'cause
you know what?
my back hurts.
I learned one time. I went through marriage counseling through my last marriage at one point, and the best advice that I got from that marriage counselor that I use every day in my life is that when you start getting all that anxiety and all that stress about life and what's going on and this shouldn't happen to me and I shouldn't have that, you have to stop, bring it back right to this minute and say, you know what? This minute my needs are met. I have a roof over my head. I have a car in the garage. You know what? I'm not laying in a bed and I have the ability. And then forget that from the past and move on forward.
Right.
So many times in my life when I start thinking like, oh my God, this bill is due, and what am I going to do if I don't get this job or this job cancels or blah, 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 or my clip store, I don't make at least this much on my clip store. Then I go, wait a minute. Right now,
I'm
Yeah,
it's
good.
all good.
I wish I
Say
could
I'm good,
find
yes.
that peaceful place.
You can't. That's why I taught myself to get back to that peaceful place by saying, right at this
but
moment.
I have that thing that keeps saying, like, even though I try to find that peaceful place and like meditate, I have this other side of my brain that is like still nagging at this side of my brain.
Well,
Like,
turn that side. Then you tell that side of your brain it's got no power.
if
It
I could
has
turn it
no
off,
power.
I wouldn't need to take
The-
18
You
pills.
talk to
problem-
it. It has no power.
The problem with having any sort of major mental depression or anxiety or anything else like that is that you chemically aren't wired to be able to do that.
Right? But she's
I
also taking
can't
medication to
stop
help
it.
her be chemically.
But it doesn't.
It still doesn't help you?
It doesn't stop it. Nothing stops it.
Oh, wow.
The only thing that will stop
Makes it
my
easier
brain,
to deal with it.
Right.
It,
I gotcha.
it just, my brain never turns off, ever. There is never a peaceful
Do you have ADHD?
moment. No. I don't want to exactly discuss.
No. I just wondered because you
But
know
no,
what?
I
I have
don't.
somebody who has severe ADHD.
Right.
I have two friends as adults, a male and a
Yeah.
female, and that's what they describe is that their brains that never shuts off.
It's a different
So
kind of
I
shutting
believe that
down.
now. I just wondered if that maybe was another thing.
No, I'll tell you what I have after.
No,
we
it's
get
no
off
big-
air, but
yeah.
it's something much more severe than that, and
Okay.
it goes all the way back to my childhood. What I have now and today stems from my childhood.
Right.
All the way back till from the beginning of time, essentially. So, I've dealt with this my whole life.
Right.
And, it's why I start, things and sometimes I don't finish them, or why I like to try things. Like, I have so much going on up here that I could never, and if I was like 35 people, complete
Make
in
it all
real
happen.
world.
Mhm.
Like, if you want to start a business, I will tell you how to do it, where to do it, when to get it done. Like, there's nothing that I don't know about that. Like, I swear you'd think I was halfway autistic. Like, I can get you set up with a business. I can run a business, but the problem is that I also want to run 35 other businesses. Like,
Right.
If I could do everything myself, it would be great. But it never stops. I have obsessive thoughts, and it's constant, and they're really unpleasant, ugly thoughts.
Right.
But they never go away, ever.
And
They'll sometimes subside. Like if I watch a movie, that's the best time
Because you could check out for a
because
minute.
I get to focus on the movie.
Right.
But I hate watching TV because I have so much other stuff that I need to be doing.
You
So
don't take the time out to do it.
yeah, I
Right.
try, like when I was in a relationship, I tried to, that was our time that we spent, was watching TV so that I could just focus and be, quiet and calm at that time. But if I could turn off my brain, it would be like the most peaceful, serene thing on earth. That's why, like, I like to go out and just sit in the morning and listen to the birds and, stuff like that. I find peace in little things, but that doesn't turn off my brain.
Right. I gotcha.
You got to think
Well-
of something boring.
Right. Well, and like I said, when I say about
I
bringing
wish.
it to the moment, what that does for me, it helps with me personally with anxiety of what's the future hold and how am I going to do this and what if I don't do this and by bringing it back, then it helps me like not like stress about that kind of stuff. You know what? I guess I try to like put the mentality for me, like stress about things you can control, not the things you can't control. Like what can I control? I can control how fast I drive, so I don't stress about getting a ticket. So rather than don't stress about things you
That's
can't
something I
control.
know as the 90-10 rule. 90% of the things you can't control, there's only 10% of
Things you
your
can.
world that you can.
But that's the problem that a lot of people can't do is they can't separate and not stress about the stuff they can't control. If you can like divide that, or you can do that in your brain and try to bring it down to things. Okay, this is the part I can control. I can control how much money I make by how hard I work.
Right.
Or if I don't have a job, I can't stress about I can't pay my rent. I can control that. You go find a job.
Got that right.
So that's how
it sounds like you read this book called The Secret.
No, I never
This
read
deals
The
with the law of
Secret.
attraction.
Yeah, I
I wholeheartedly
I've heard a
believe in.
lot of people read it. I never did read The Secret. Did you read The Secret?
That book is very
Did you read
powerful
The
to me.
Secret?
I was gonna watch the movie on Netflix.
It's all right.
I'm sure that you would have read it.
I've heard a
It's
lot about
definitely,
it.
It's interesting, especially when you're just
And I
now
do
learning.
believe in the law of attraction. That's why, like, I stay, I try to stay, me. I try to stay positive and upbeat 99% of the time. Like, I'm pretty cool, and
There's that 1% that just
there's that 1% I just can't get away from,
Mhm.
and it's a big 1%, and it's something that I deal with every day. But I try my hardest. Like most days, I am good to go. Like I just keep it pushing, regardless of what's going on. Like I've done it my whole life. I I don't have any other option. I don't have family. I don't have anything. I have me.
Right.
So I get up and I keep it pushing.
Mhm.
And
That's the way to go.
the theory of my life. So
That's all you can do.
that's all I do.
Exactly.
I just say
I get overwhelmed doing it sometimes.
I just say it as advice to you. Take it a day at a time.
I do.
Everything is gonna, since I've been here for these past couple of days,
But everything has deadlines.
Everything does have a deadline.
So that's kind of what that's my stress now. Like I have a big event happening, a big one. It's $40,000 event, and it's very stressful, and it's gonna be very stressful all the way up until July for me, and that's a big burden. Like not burden because I love it, but it's a big stress. It's a huge stress because I want to make sure these people are paying hundreds of dollars to come to this event, right? And I want to make sure it is the best event that they've ever come to. I want to make sure that they have so much fun that they will pay as much money as I ask them to pay next year, to come back
You
to
want to
this
make sure
event.
they have so much fun that before they walk out the door, they're asking if they can pay for next year again.
Right. I want them to have the best time of their life, to come here and think, thank God I was able to come to Vegas and have this experience. I want it to be a life, you know, impacting experience for them. And to do that is a lot of work, a lot of money, and a lot of planning and effort. And if I'm not sitting at my computer, like it stresses me out because that's really, really where I need to be, So, but I know that I have to take time away from my computer, or else I'd just be there all the time. Like I'd never leave it. So like on the weekends, I try to my thing right now is trying to learn to find balance. Balance is what I need to find. And when I go hard, I go hard, and when I don't, I don't. Like I need to find balance. So that's what I'm practicing.
Balance is the key.
What's going on with you, Sue? Or TR?
Not much really. Just working my ass off. My new job is I get to work as early as possible because every day I leave with work undone. I am always busy. There is no such thing as downtime in my new position.
Do you like it or hate it?
I love it.
Your days probably fly by, huh?
Some days they do, some days they don't. Some days are I've had really great days where I leave work and I'm like, that was amazing. I did fabulous. And then there are some days, because I'm still new at this position. I've only been doing it like a month and a half now. So I'm still making mistakes. And anyone who knows me knows that I hate that. I hate making a mistake. I hate it when it comes up. I have to remind myself I'm still learning. Like I'm the kind of person who believes I now know how to do this. I should be perfect at it.
No.
There should be no more errors.
We share that.
I have learned this. There should be no errors, but I'm still learning, and there are errors. And when they come up, I really beat myself up about them. And so, I'm learning to not do that quite so much, because this is a completely different animal that I'm working with than I've ever worked with before. But it is, yeah, I know what time it is.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you
And so yeah, it's a completely different animal, and I'm learning and working my fucking ass off, and I have to find ways to work 8 to 5, because I cannot. I've tried working my shortened shift because of my son's school and everything, but I can't do it. I don't get enough done in the day, and I have to find ways to work 8 to 5. And there are some days when I'm at work at 7:45 in the morning, and I'm clocked in, and I'm working by the time 8 o'clock rolls around. I've put in 15 minutes worth of work, and I'm there till 5:30, 5:45 in the evening, and sometimes I don't take a lunch, and it's just really, really a lot of work. But I love it, because I work in an office with a girl who's very similarly minded to me, so you could walk into our office and it is dead silent in there, and all you hear is just keyboards tapping away. Occasionally one of us will pick up the phone, boop, 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 be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, out of nowhere, you'll just hear one of us go, yeah, no, I saw that, but it's wrong, and you need to do this. And occasionally we both think that the other one's talking to each other, because our backs are to each other, so we don't see each other. So, she'll get on the phone and she'll be like, hey, did you see this order? And I'll be like, which order? There's like 85 of them in there right now. Like, oh, no, I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to so-and-so. Oh, okay.
Right.
But otherwise, it's like dead silent. We'll have headphones in, and we're just tapping away at that damn keyboard.
Oh, I'm glad you love it.
I do. I love it. I don't have to deal with clients anymore. I fucking love it. I don't have to talk to people.
Sierra tell you in a
perfect
minute.
job.
Sierra says, I don't like people.
Fucking hate people. I just hate them. I know, sister.
We're right there together. We're soul sisters on that.
Yeah, if I could stay at home and just work from my computer at home and never talk to people again, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, well, I get to work at home, and I still have to talk to people.
Yeah, well.
And models at that.
Well, you're the one who put yourself in that position, so.
Don't go fucking pointing shit out that's obvious, okay?
Capped it up, yes. So
Right.
That's just been me. Callie Guy's been back in town for a couple of weeks, so we've been, fucking whenever we can and all that good shit.
Putting in those rubber sheath usage.
Yeah, it's not rubber, it's plasticized cotton. But yeah.
Oh, well, whatever. Same difference. Fucking, there's sheets that don't get soaked through by your nasty squirtiness.
It's not
gross.
nasty, it's delicious.
She's the world's most squirter.
Well, I don't hold a record or anything.
Well,
but...
not officially, but on this show she is.
Well, we're trying to get she goes by Caramel DeVille.
Carmela DeVille.
Carmela DeVille. Thank
Yeah.
you. She's new talent, and she's just taught herself how to squirt. So
Yeah, I just taught her.
yeah, yeah.
You can be trained.
You can.
Yes, you
I know.
can.
How can you be untrained?
No.
Well,
Well-
that's fuck.
That's the end of our show,
Okay.
Bye, guys.
So stay tuned. Next week we'll have all of our sound and music and shit back. This is Sierra.
Desiree.
Sweet cheeks.
King,
Wait.
thank you.
Wishing you all a good night. And remember,
Fuck often.